Yavapai Humane Society is brought to you by Prescott Honda, PrescottHonda.com.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, especially here at the Yavapai Humane Society. Joining me today is Lori Walden, the marketing manager here. You love Christmas.
I am the Christmas dork.
I love that about you.
Love it. Got to have the pets dressed up. Got to have the pictures with them. It's
okay.
You know what? It's the most wonderful time of the year.
It truly is.
It can also be a dangerous time of year, but I look for the fun side of it.
Yeah. So for our pets, we're talking about decorating. Most of you, I haven't decorated yet. This one over here is setting the bar quite high.
Done.
But if you haven't started decorating yet, or even if you have, she has some tips for us on how to keep our pets safe with decorating.
Definitely.
So what's our Christmas trees the dangerous part?
All of it's dangerous.
Okay.
All of it's dangerous. We've all seen Chevy Chase
Christmas vacation
with the tree and the cat and the lights and what happens. Well, you know what? Funny on screen, not in our house.
Absolutely.
So definitely you want to keep your tree probably in a corner. If you can, you want to try to connect it somehow maybe to the wall. What I've done in previous years is I've just tied like some fishing line to the tree and then put it over against the wall so that should one of the fur babies go on one of their little rampages and run into it, at least it's secure there.
That's a good idea.
You want to make sure that the lights, if you string your own lights, make them a little bit tighter because that's just, you know, cats love strings, they love lights, they love the glitter of it.
Yeah.
So they're going to see that, they're going to want to chew on that, they're going to want to climb up into the tree. So if you've got a pre-lit tree, those are usually a little bit closer to the branch, so you're a little bit safer. A lot of the ornaments are glass.
Yeah.
Those just get knocked off. I mean, one little pat from their little paw and down it comes. And then they ingest that, that's going to cut the inside of their mouth. Any of that. The other thing that's really big is Tinseltown is a big no-no with the cats.
Oh, the little tinsel that you hang on the tree, the silver?
And people don't use it that much anymore, but but you know, it is still out there.
Sure.
So they just see that, they want to play with it. It gets stuck in their paws, it gets stuck in their mouth. That will just tie up into a big old knot, really mess up their digestive system.
Yeah.
So with trees, I mean, you're definitely better off going fake. And they look so real now, but if you do get a real one, you want to be very, very careful of the needles because those get ingested. You know how sharp those are when you feel them. Plus, it's toxic to them.
Yeah,
so,
and they're all over. As the tree starts to die a little bit, they start falling all over the ground. It gets dry, so that would be so dangerous for them. And then what about the water? If you do get a live tree, you have the water in the base.
Right, so you want to make sure that you change that regularly because that's just waiting for stuff to get in there.
Yeah.
And you want to make sure that you don't put any of that preservative in there too because they can get into that.
Okay, so what about poinsettias? I love poinsettias at Christmas time.
Poinsettias, holly, mistletoe, okay? Those are three of them that you really kind of want to avoid. One thing that I learned in getting ready for talking today is that the poinsettias aren't as toxic as we thought they were. They are still going to make them sick. They're still going to make them throw up and probably have diarrhea in that. But you just want to be careful and make sure, you know, my whole thing is go on the caution end of it. Keep your poinsettia at the office, you know, where you don't have your animals. Of course, it doesn't apply to me because I have an office full of animals. But
and poinsettias,
and poinsettias. So you just
be smart.
Be smart.
Be smart about it, absolutely.
Be smart.
And they have so many beautiful fake poinsettias out now that look real. One of the things that you also mentioned here that I wouldn't even think about was wrap foil around the base of your tree.
Yeah, and even that, they have that crinkly paper, you know, that you wrap baskets in and stuff. So you can put that around the bottom, even underneath your tree skirt, and that way, as soon as you hear that little crunch, you know one of those little fur babies is underneath there getting ready to cause some havoc.
Such a great idea. Thanks, as always, for these great tips.
Thank you.
And Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas.
And Happy Holidays to all of you. Thanks for joining us. If you want more information, you can always go to yavapaihumane.org.